Let's talk some toys in here.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today's the man child. All right, so I thought today I'd do the Super 7 Thundercats Mumm-Ra, the ever living figure review for this guy. So this is from their Wave 2 or Series 2. It was in production mess for over 2 years in the factories of COVID, whatnot. Finally, yeah, they're here. Now I already did I did a quick update with all four figures. I have all four of them from this wave. I kind of showed on my channel. You can go check that out. Just more or less goes over the front to back, what they look like in the card. But I think this Mumm-Ra, he's just so big, and I don't have room for this kind of box. So yeah, we'll take him out and look him over. You know, he is impressive looking. Initially, these were a pre-order item, obviously 2 years ago. But here's the image I just snapped today. Today's May 3rd. They're still on Big Bad Toy Store in stock, and this is the cost if you're interested in this figure. These guys do come with a big slip cover, more or less. Looks like this. This is a small one, obviously, for one of the other ones. I already ruined it and took it off, and they do come with a mailer box. And there's a back of the art if you haven't seen it before. Pretty cool. All right, I'm bringing a bio if you want to check it out. Okay, so let's get this guy out of the box, and we're going to check him out. They got our Mumm-Ra ever living out of the box. First impressions, yeah, really cool. I really like what they did with him. The overall size is impressive. The paint, I like the bandages. Yeah, the head sculpt, this head dress with these bandages in the background, different colors, kind of blowing in the wind, whatnot. Yeah, it's not that often we get a boss character like this. You want to, call him something like that. This early in the line, is this all new tooling, sculpting? Incredible. So taking a closer look at him, let's check out that first head sculpt when the one comes on in the box. Yeah, really impressive. Love the way they painted the eyes, the teeth in there. We got this cool gold piece over the helmet. That's soft. Little snakes. You got the little eyes painted in them. As far as articulation, spin left to right and go forward and back, but really, you could really hinder, obviously, from just the overall aesthetics of the helmet and head. Like I said, got the cool bandages here, kind of blowing in the wind, different colors, very reminiscent of cartoon. And this cloth that hangs over the back of the neck. It's not too soft, but it is a harder material, so you only to go so far with it. And like I said, if you spins, kind of catches the shoulder on each side. But for what it's doing, I mean, Mumm-Ra, it's pretty cool. Moving on to our arms, we got, as far as the arm articulation, arm go all the way up, down, forward, back. Kind of just hinder because of the way the two shoulders intercept here. It's only going to go up so far. It's about as far as we'll go up. Got the bicep swivel. Got this cool ring around the lower part of the bicep. Now it looks like it's sculpted on, so it ain't going to be something you can cut off. If you wanted to customize, got the elbow pinless joints. I like that. Super7 seems to be doing that with all the figures. Okay, go all the way in and out. Also got these cool bracers here, and they're both identical as far as the right and left side is concerned. And then and he comes with punch and fist. We have some spare ones we'll change soon. And then go in and out, kind of like on a little hinge joint there and spin. And as far as the bracers too, they're also sculpted on. From what I see, it doesn't look like you can cut them off. And another thing too is both of these bracers have these little, you can see that, these little spikes that remove. That's for the cape. I'll show you that in a little bit, but that's the reason why they remove like that. And it's the same on both sides. And our left arms are all the same. Now this one gets a little stuck. Okay, go up and down, same thing. I already mentioned the bracers and hand. This side has the bandages. It's pretty cool because for the most part, it can slide all the way down, come off. So this piece is loose. So is this as it starts to coil up. But then up here, it seems like it's glued on. You can see that. If you wanted to cut it off, you can. And you still have the bicep swivel with that. It's pretty neat they did that, but I'm going to keep it like that for now. So moving on to our body. Looks pretty cool. He has that cool double-headed snake symbol again, just like the helmet, or what he pretty much has when he's in the ever-living form. It's painted on well. I don't see no chipping or nothing like that. As far as his articulation there, okay, you can spin at the waist. Has a really good ab crunch for his size and all the different... Not that he has a lot of armor messing anything up. Just bandages, which is another point. Again, I'm really impressed how they did that. Now, they do connect... or sculpted in as part of this belt piece on this, I guess you call it his kilt. Yeah, I don't know if he can remove, let's see if you pop up the head. For a second. So the head, okay, we pop the head off like that. All right, so ball peg. And then these slide off like so. Can unravel them. but it's still glued at this piece here and sculpt it in. If you wanted to pull this off and break it, you could. If you didn't like it, customize it, you can always glue it back on. And it's also glued at the top of the shoulder there, if you're curious. It's all part of that. So it's more or less, it can come off, but we're going to leave it on for now. So moving on to our lower part of the waist. Now we said this can already spin. He's got this, we'll call it again a soft kilt or a loin pad or something. And black and red, obviously, you can see the colors. Now, the black part's already got some chipping and scuffs. I can touch that up with a marker, but I can see that being an issue. It's got this just cold, like a really neat gold color band all the way around it. Pretty soft material as far as our legs. Kind of go all the way out like that. So you can move forward, go back, and all the way at the knees, pinless joints. I like that. It's got these cool ankle bracers. They're complete sculpts, so they don't spin like Motu Classics at the boots, but he does seem to spin at the knee a little bit. Okay, and then down to the feet. It's on like a hinge joint, go up and down. There's nothing to toe. And you can kind of rock them side to side. But mine don't move left to right, at least in that foot. Yeah, that foot don't either. That's about it. And you got these little pieces that are glued onto the feet. And this is just a look at the back of them, all the whatever muscle aesthetics. Not a lot of armor, not too much going on inside the bandages and whatnot. But if you're curious what that looks like. Okay, let's get into some accessories. So the first one up, we got the alternative head. Yeah, that looks really cool. Just an open mouth. I don't see anything different than what comes on the head that comes on in the package. And let's bring them together and compare them. Yeah, everything looks the same. Again, inside the mouth is open, but the bandages look identical. I mean, these are, yeah, you could just depends how you bend them out, but I don't see anything else different. And we also get 2 additional sets of hands. One type is more of a closed grip, and the other set's more of an open grip or more into a claw pose. So you get those. And you also get the Ma-Mutt beast or dog from the show. Okay, it's pretty basic. So the head can spin back and forth. The mouth is sculpted in a closed position. It doesn't articulate. Its collar can kind of spin around too. It almost, if you want it to, it looks like you can pop this head off with a little heat, but we'll leave it. And the legs can go just, the back legs go back, forward and back, and same thing with the front. There's nothing in the feet. No other articulation, but, it's pretty neat they included that. And they also included this part. They're calling it the Mighty Gyroscope Regulator. I don't know, I guess I haven't seen a cartoon in a long time, but from what I remember, I thought that was like a big machine that was spinning underneath Thundera. I thought Mumm-Ra destroyed it, so I guess, I don't know if this is supposed to be a piece of it or something. But yeah, they give that to you. Another cool accessory we get is the extended sword of Plundar. Yeah, it came out pretty cool. Kind of flexible. It's not... Sometimes these are warped out of the package, but yeah, it don't look bad at all. It's nice and straight. The handle is like a flat gold. Nothing crazy. And same thing with the blades. Just a flat metallic silver. It's not too shiny or anything, but it looks good for what it is. For the final accessory, we got that awesome cape. Right, check it out. Got the red for the outside part, right, and the black goes on the inside. Yeah, it has wires all through it. That's pretty cool. I would think it just had one on the top, but it feels like it has wires on the top, wires on the outside, and a couple. Feels like there's a wire, 2 down the middle. Pretty neat. And it has 3 holes. I'll show you how it clips on from what I've seen. But I like how the job he did on that. How it's all cut in the bottom, all raggedy and stuff. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so let's start changing out some parts of Mumm-Ra. Get him set up so we know the head. Showed her earlier. Pops up pretty easy. Like so. There's our ball peg. Okay, and I popped on our open mouth, our screaming head. Yeah, I'm liking that. That's definitely the head I'm going to keep on this figure. Looks really cool on him. And the mouth is flexible. It's not on any type of hinge joint or anything like that. Or articulated anyway, but you can move it. Hey, how you doing? I did have a lot of issues putting this head on. I had to heat it up with a blow dryer, get it on that peg. I've seen that before, a lot of alternative heads in these figures. But, still rotates okay and it works. I like it. Let's change some hands out. So, again, if you're not familiar with this, let's take a look how the pegs pop out of these. If they're going to be a problem or not. Nope, popped right out. And I'm going to use the semi-open hand. So I can use that extend this sword of Plundar, right? And I'll put this on this side and I'll change out a hand on the other. So we got 2 hands changed out. Yeah, I never keep those punching fists. I always like an open, something you can hold a weapon with or whatnot. So got this hand. I put the more closed fist on the left side. Let's check out our cape and see how that goes on. So we already know there's a wire. There's a multitude of wires in the cape. And it has 3 holes. Okay, 1 in the center and 2 on the ends. And I'm going to kind of show you how this pops onto the figure. So the center part of the cape, right, the hole in the middle, is going to pop into this. I already removed it. It's this little peg. You can see. Got to be very careful. It's something real easy to lose, drop, roll away, and you'll never find it kind of thing. But I just popped or moved the back of this headpiece up. Okay, this dress on the back of this helmet, headdress. Probably be smarter to take the head off. I don't want to pop it off again because I have such a hard time with it. And yeah, we're gonna push this through the cape. I'll move this out of the way. I'll put it back down, and we'll try it out. Okay, so I got the peg and back in the center part of the cape. Now this one of the bandages I would move out of the way. It's gonna be an issue in order to recess this peg all the way in. I'm gonna push in like that. It should here snap. Maybe? No. I guess it's okay. Seems like it's holding like that. And then the outsides, again, we got to go back to these bracers. Okay, these little points off of them. Now, there's this one, these pull out. These two, you got to be real careful with. I already dropped one. It fell out. I can see really easy to lose, but they're going to do the same thing. Going to just put one in here like so on each side and snap them in. And that's going to hold the cape. So let me do that, and then we'll come back to it. We got our cape on. Yeah, that looks awesome. Yeah, I had to fiddle with these little spike pieces on the bracers. You know, you got to take your time and pop out, whatnot. I might even consider putting some silicone or maybe glue, but then glue, you're not going to get them off for any reason. I want to take the cape off because I can definitely see you losing and popping off. Just word of caution, but otherwise, man, that looks incredible. All right, we got Mumm-Ra set up, all in this full regalia with Ma-Mutt. Got the extended sword of Plundar in hand. All right, a couple hands changed out. Cape on, alternative head, the whole deal. Yeah, I love the way that cape spreads like that. How you compose it with the wire just in a action sequence or going into battle. You know, you don't see that too often. Once in a while in figure lines where they put wires on a cape. I wish more figures that come with capes would do that, but that looks incredible. And for a little side-by-side comparison, I brought in the Super7 Wave 1 Lino, right? We got to have him against Mumm-Ra. And also our Masters of the Universe Classics, one of the first release He-Man. He's got a 2000X sword. Yeah, they go great together. Now, what's awesome with the Super7 Thundercats Ultimates line is that they're aesthetically the same as the classics. I mean, Mumm-Ra's his own design, but he fits right in if Skeletor was that big or something, you know? So it's cool to have just a big menacing boss like that. But all the aesthetics, like the bucks are the same, the biceps, the legs, the whole deal. And obviously their heads, armor, and whatnot is different to be true to what the sculpt is trying to do for the character. But they work great together. I think that's so cool. Overall, I think this guy's really cool looking, you know? I think they did a good job with him. I like the size, the accessories, alternative head sculpt. I can definitely see some QC issues like those little things in the wrist or the back. You got to be careful of. He scuffs up easy. But, you know, hey, if you want a cool looking Mumm-Ra to go with your Super7 Thundercats line or stuff to mix with your Master Universe Classics, or they can even go with your Revelations, you know, go for it. So I hope they answer all your questions. I hope everybody's doing great. And until next time, take care.